I'm aware I've not been on here for about 3 months or something, but I thought today's the day we're getting back into it. I've just come out to Pilates and I've got myself my first ever iced coffee. So I thought I'll share this moment with you all. Just got to give it a little mix up because I think I've watched Molly May do this, so I think I'm doing it right. You can mix it up. Got a bit of syrup in it, vanilla I think she put me in. Do you know what? It's not that bad. I don't really like coffee. Probably could have done with a little bit more syrup because it's a bit strong for me, but it's doable. It's absolutely glorious today. It's Friday and I think it's about 30 odd degrees. So what weatherman tells me anyway. So I've done school run this morning and then I've drove straight over to Pilates, which by the way, I've only started it 2 weeks ago and I'm addicted. Why did no one tell me about it sooner? So I've always done gym, I've done yoga, and I've always watched videos of it and thought I'd love to try that, but I've just never done nothing about it. To be quite honest, there's not really anything that local that I've been able to go to. They're all like Manchester, Liverpool, and when you're travelling, you might do it once, but it's not something you continue to do. Got messages coming through here. I'm in the middle of a renovation of a building for moving for work, and the works began, and it's just chaos. Oh, I'm gonna have to just nip off and reply to that message because the skip's being delivered and I don't need it being put in the wrong place. I'm back, peeps. I just needed to respond to that because I just could add visions of that skip being loaded into a bay that's not my shop. But I'm on my way now to bear with. I'm on my way to Liverpool now because I've got my podcast filming today. To be honest, I'm not quite sure what it's going to be about, just because I feel like when we get together, because I've not spoke to Claire this week properly because she's not been so good, she's had a little bit of an operation, we end up just chin-wagging and chatting anyway, so we don't really have a script. We've never really done that where we've decided on a topic, we've just catched up. So it's saying my sat nav that I'll be there in 20 minutes, not too bad. So my Pilates is over at Oral. It's called Dulce Sculpt or Dulce Sculpt, I don't know how they're pronouncing it. And they also have a cafe called Dulce Grind, which is where I've just got my iced coffee from. Do you know what? I've not drank coffee for that long, so I used to get a headache off it. But I'm gonna maybe start trying to just have one a day maybe. I mean, it's not the end of the world if I don't, but it's just nice to enjoy coffee again because I went off it just because it used to give me a really bad headache. She was like, do you want syrup in it? I was like, no. And then I was like, what will be in it? She was like, just coffee and milk. I was like, does it need syrup? She was like, yeah, a little bit. Anyway, it's a good job we did because I couldn't have drank it if not. But that is actually so nice, and with it being so warm outside today, it's dead refreshing. Camera's going to fall off. So yeah, just thought to come on and do a little catch up. Not that I've got much to update you all on because same old going on really. Other than joining Pilates, which is my new hobby, I've just been working. I've been a little bit moided just because of this building that we're in the middle of doing, because honestly I can't even explain. It's an industrial building, so it's needed walls knocking down. It's going to have new walls built up, all plastering. It's just, yeah, a lot of money that could have done without being spent, but needs must, and we did need somewhere to work from, and we won't be moving ever again now from this building, so we're doing it to the best of what we've got really. So I bought myself a new electric bed, which is gorgeous. I've looked at it for a while, but I just kept thinking, don't really need to, I've got beds. But now I'm moving and I'm having it all brand new. You know, we're going for the like we're having spotlights in, we're having speakers fitted. It's going to be stunning. So I thought, why not? I may as well have a new unit with a new worktop, new bed, you name it. Everything's going to be new, absolutely gorgeous. Keeping it very clinical, very neutral, very white, I think, in my room. There'll be a bit of colour or goldy bits in sort of Jessie's room. Not sure on what the other girls are having in their rooms we're renting, but I'm keeping mine quite basic, quite neutral, just because I feel like every time I've moved I've changed the colour a little bit. I was blue and white with a bit of grey, then I went to gold. I've still got the blue, but like the gold around the edges, and now I'm like, if I just keep white and I ever do want to change anything in future, it's a blank canvas and I can just add to neutral. Really looking forward to getting in there. By the way, guys, it's the 11th of July. We need to be out of the building that we're currently in by the 31st of July, which is what, not very long off. And Andrew went in there yesterday and knocked all my walls down, and then the workmen, which are Andrew's friends, are going in today doing whatever they're doing. Time is ticking. The anxiety for me is real. Jess is also living in limbo because we're taking on this building together. She doesn't know anything, I don't know anything, and I'm just thinking, please, universe, just take me in and it be done. I don't want to go in, really, until it's done or the walls are up and plaster's on, but it's not going to happen. But Greg's really good. He'll have it all sorted for us. He's even getting some guy in to spray all the walls for us rather than unpainted. He's having a guy come in do all the electrics. We've got a guy coming in doing all the flooring. So Greg's sorted all that. My brother's going to come in and do plumbing. He just doesn't know yet. So I need to inform him of that and let him know when's best for him to come in. So yeah, life is just life in a minute, and obviously 4 kids at home. Had a little bit of chaos, so the girls are a little bit more at home at the minute. Things have been a little bit unsettled for them, but it'll pass. It's just one of them things, unfortunately, that the ages that they're at now, they're making the decisions on themselves, and obviously I've got to support what they want to do with their wishes, really. So the girls are at home more often, which is nice because, you know, usually when they're at home, Lottie's a little social butterfly. She's always here, there and everywhere, playing out. Frankie's just in a room doing what she does. So it's been nice that, you know, they're in house 24/7 now and got more time together. And they can help me out a little bit with Maggie. So I bought myself an unlimited pass for Pilates. I think it's £20 a class, but then you can buy packages, so you can buy a pack of 2 and you save some money. Pack of 4, save money. Pack of 8, and then you can get an unlimited pass. For me, I absolutely love it, and I've been every single day since I've started. So I bought the unlimited pass, which is for a month, and it was £250. People do think it's expensive, and you know, it's a bit of a sort of high maintenance hobby. But when you do something that you love, money is no object to me because I love it. And I don't mean that as in money's no object because it doesn't matter how much things are. It certainly does, but it doesn't matter to me how much it costs because I really do enjoy doing it. So if it makes me happy, then that's what I'm going to do. So I bought the monthly pass, and I've been going in the morning, usually at 9:30 after I've dropped kids off at school. Then I can go into work for 11. And then I've been going back at night, so that's been nice. They do a 6:30 a.m. one, and the original plan was that I was going to get up and do that class to learn and teach myself how to get up on these 5:30 early starts. But like I said, I've been there 2 weeks and I've not yet done an 5:30 start and then a 6:30 class. I've just not done it, but because I've had time to go on the other time ones, I'm not really bothered or pushed it. But I think summer holidays are coming up, kids break up next week, and they're off for 6 weeks, including Maggie. So I'm going to have to get up and go in the morning because it's just not going to be physically possible for me to go in daytime when I've got 4 kids at home. And obviously during the holidays, the pressure is on me to be off work and obviously look after the kids, and it's just life. Not that it matters because I absolutely love spending my time with my kids anyway. It's a little bit windy, guys. I'm just eating my area. But yeah, I'm the one who'll have to sort of put work on the back burner and maybe work at an evening or work on a Saturday morning when I've got a bit extra childcare. Just because men just got work and do what they're doing, don't they, anyway? So yeah, I'll probably have to start getting up at 5:30, but I love it that much that I will do it. So it will give me the kick up the backside that I need. And then once the kids go back to school in September, I'll still go and do it at that time. And then if I want to go at 9:30 as well, I can. And if I want to go at night, I can, because I'm on an unlimited pass, girls. It's absolutely amazing. Not just physically, but mentally for me. You're in that room and honestly you can't think of anything else, because if you do switch off for a second, you're potentially knocking your front teeth out, or you're falling on the floor, or you're losing your stance, and it's not great. Like, you want to be forming bed at the end of the day, so you've got to be fully focused, otherwise it could be a little bit dangerous. So I just love the fact that I'm so present and in the moment, and I don't have to think about anything else. Obviously the physicality side of it is the toning, the lifting is going to be so beneficial for me. Don't get me wrong, I am already toned, I know that. Like, it's not because I'm making out that I'm not, but I want more from it. And I've been going to gym now for that long, but I don't feel like I'm getting any benefits of what I need. I want the strength side of things, and as much as it's only lightweight and it's springs and it's body weight, it absolutely kills. It burns. Your legs are like jelly. My triceps after that class what I've just done, killing me. So maybe tomorrow I'll not be able to move my arms, but it's all beneficial, and it will all. I'm tracking, so I've been doing it 2 weeks, and I'm going to Ibiza in 7 weeks, I think it is now, end of August. So I'm going to do a before and after and take a picture of me before I go to Ibiza and see what's happened to my body in that till I've been 9 weeks. I can already see changes because I've started to eat a lot more protein. I'm boiling eggs like no tomorrow. I'm carrying them round with me in my bag, little boiled eggs. I forgot to bring them this morning, or else I'd have showed them you. Not that you need to see an egg because you know what one looks like, but I just carry them round with me, peel them and eat them cold. And then I've been having 2 or 3, sometimes 4 protein shakes a day, but it's the clear way, so it's like a fruit juice rather than the milkshake style, and so much better for me. I've got a Bimp Toad flavoured one and a tropical flavoured one. So this morning I've woke up, I've had my tropical one, I've been to Pilates, then I would usually eat my eggs, which I've, like I said, forgot, a bit gutted really. So I need to find an Asda or somewhere that does a meal deal, because you can get a meal deal side of 2 boiled eggs, which it sounds ridiculous, but I'll just keep buying them and eating them. And then when I get home later, I'll have another protein shake. And I feel like because I've stuck to the protein, things are changing. Like, I'm getting a bit more shape at my shoulders, a little bit at the tops of my arms. You can't see me much on this screen, but like it is coming to what I want. My stomach, I've always had a little toned stomach anyway, but I feel like I don't really do abs very often. I wouldn't choose to do them myself, and I also wouldn't choose to do lower body, which is why I've always done a PT for that. But with Pilates, it's full body. So every day when I go, you do lower body, upper body and your abs. So I feel like I'm gaining so much more because it's things I wouldn't usually train myself. So enough about that, but if anyone does want to go and try it, I would highly recommend. Meg is amazing. She's the coach, well, what instructor do you call him? Sorry about this, I'm on East Lancs, let me put my windows up. And there's also another instructor called Megan. She works on a Thursday, I think. She does all of the Thursday classes, and she's also unreal. Just very down to earth girls, very welcoming. You know, you can go on your own. Some days I go on my own, some days I go with one of my friends. There's a couple of my other friends who's now joined. It's quite an addicting thing. So like if I try something and I'm like, honestly it's unreal, then my friend will try it, my other friend will try it. Before we know it, we're all going, which is amazing. But we all just have to go at different times because we've all got different work schedules, we've all got children, you know, it is what it is. But I just love seeing that everyone's going and everyone's loving it. I've actually thought about getting a bed for at home, just a foldable one, just because if there is any days that I do struggle to get there at any time in 6-week holidays, I can do it at home. don't want to fall out of the routine of not going. So I have contemplated to get my own bed, but also at the same time, where do I put it? In the living room with a 2-year-old knocking about, probably not the best idea. But if I can fit it into a conservatory, it is a plan. So we'll look at something like that maybe next week once they've broke up, and if I can get one I will. They had them for sale in Aldi for 150 quid the other week, and they bloody sold out, and now people are trying to sell them for like triple that price, which I'm not begrudging paying for, but I just think no, not when you paid 150 for it. I know how much it was, and you were not ripping me off. Anyway, buzzing with that little drink, no, buzzing that I actually like it. Little sticker on it, Dulce Grind, not sure if you can read that, Dulce Grind. So I've had as well, guys, I've been coming out of my comfort zone. I've tried, what do you call them? Them bowls with granola, fruit, acai. Is that what they're called? Begins with A, ends in I or E. Anyway, I've had one of them. I've had 2. And I will say, they're alright. I love the topping, love the fruit, love the granola, but I'm not 100% lover of the purple base, which is the frozen acai. Oh my god, I don't know what it's called. So yeah, I've not had one since. But if it had like yogurt in the bottom rather than that, I'd have them. But obviously that's not the reason they have them. It's obviously because there's vitamins and what's in them, all kinds of nutritional stuff. So they're not just going to chuck me a bit of yogurt in ever. I could make my own though, I suppose. Still not tried a matcha, but Dulce Grind do matchas as well, so maybe that's something I can get, a nice matcha. It's the colour. The colour of them, to me, are not aesthetically pleasing. So if they don't look aesthetically pleasing, they're not going to taste nice. Because I always think anything that tastes good isn't good for you. Anything that tastes shite is good for you. That's my own little scientific view on life. But I could be wrong, a matcha might be amazing, I might love it. So maybe that's my next drink. So what I'll do next time I'll get one and I'll film that. Because this is unreal. So I am nearly now at Revival. I'm filming 11, well, should be there now, it's 11 o'clock. I'm 6 minutes behind schedule. But I'll be there filming for an hour. And then I'm going to get back to Wigan. I do need to nip a couple of places. It's Lottie's leavers party tonight. And 2 days ago she asked me could she have a Lamborghini for take her. Sorry. Don't know who Lottie might think she is. She's not even 12 yet. Lamborghini. Then it was a Rolls Royce because I said some of them only have 2 seats in and there was 4 friends. Anyway, I've not been able to get an older one. I was going to get him a little limo, but I've not been able to. It's so last minute. So unfortunately Lottie will be going in Peugeot. But yeah, I've got a few things I need to sort. I could do with going trying to pick some shoes up. So I ordered her a gorgeous dress. And it came yesterday. And honestly, when I ordered it, I said to her, should we get age 10 or age 12? And she went, 12, I'm really 12. And I was like, yeah, true. But I've got a feeling that it's going to be big when it comes. Anyway, it's come, it fit me. So I had to go back online again last night and reorder it and pay £12 next day delivery for it, come again today. Then I've tried to return the other one and the actual order's not showing up yet because it's only been ordered 2 days ago. So now I've got to wait for that to update before I can return the other one. So currently out of pocket at this moment in time because I've ordered 2 bloody dresses and I've had to pay for both of them and I've not had my money back off the first one yet. So she needs some shoes. I did want some shoes to match the dress because they do some shoes. Gorgeous, but they didn't have a size in them. And to be fair, I need to be a little bit more realistic that she probably won't really wear the shoes again. But they are neutral. The colours of them are neutral, so she could have used them over the summer. But Lottie's a little bit tomboy, so she plays out a lot. She's on a bike a lot. She's climbing trees. She wears trainers. So these shoes probably wouldn't have got the wear out of them for the amount of money that it was costing me. So I'm glad that she sort of said she weren't bothered, and then when we looked anyway, there was out of stock in a size. So I was going to go to River Island because I've seen some little gold ones in River Island, but I've showed her this morning and she was like, why do you like some weird things? They're gorgeous, by the way. I said, okay. I said, what are you going to wear? She said, I'll just wear them sandals of yours. She's now the same size foot as me, so boy do I know about that. All my trainers are being worn, my sandals, my sliders, you name it, she's got them on. So she's going to wear some of my shoes, but I'm going to go and have a little look first to see if I can get her some that match. So we've got that tonight, 6 o'clock till 10 o'clock. Me and Andrew's taking her there. I can't believe she's leaving primary school and starting high school in September. Like, where has the years gone that I've got a 15-year-old and a 12-year-old? Like, it makes me feel old, but I do not feel old at the same time. I literally feel 18, like absolutely living life to the full. I've hardly been in country this year up to now. Like, I keep just flipping here, there and everywhere because I absolutely love going on holiday. And I feel like I've been reborn. Like, I've got this new lease of life. Like I'm a young child again. It's mad. I did go through a little bit of a rocky patch a couple of months ago since doing the workshop in February. It sort of sent me a little bit off track, in a good way as well as in a bad way as well. But I don't know, it sent me a little bit off track. I started sort of picking at things. I was picking up on things that were just dead irrelevant, didn't need to be picked up on, picking everything apart, unlayering, unravelling, causing grief in house where I didn't need to. I wouldn't say I've not done it on purpose. I was just sort of knowing my worth and but a little bit too much. So yeah, relationship went very rocky for me, and on my own terms decided I was calling it a day. Poor Andrew was just like, no worries, like, I can't, obviously, whatever you're doing, just do. So we had a little couple of weeks, I don't know how many weeks it was, but it wasn't that long, but you know, it was a long time for us that we don't ever fall out really, and we don't really have crosswords and stuff like that, and I was just like, no, causing pure havoc. But it's worked out well because we have shocking communication skills in our household, and it was something that did need addressing, so that has been addressed in them weeks. So now I can speak and say what I want there and then, rather than thinking I can't say it and having to say it 6 months down the line when it's no longer like relevant. So yeah, I've had that's really not why I wouldn't say I've not filmed because of that, but I've sort of not been able to get my camera out because I've not really had much to tell you other than I've just been working and same old crap that you don't need to keep hearing. But also I'm being very real by coming on and telling you that I also had a little bit of a break up with Andrew during these times, because it's funny when I think about it, he just laughs. Not ideal. So they learn you to like unlayer, because whatever's triggering you to be pissed off, there's always an underlying issue. So you've got to unlayer it and unravel to find out what the root cause of it is. No, but I was doing it with everything. He couldn't say anything right, and I was like, right, unravel that, right, why does that piss me off? And I was like, no, I don't need to be listening to this. I deserve more than this. And it's just absolutely ridiculous that you cannot just have a normal adult conversation and have a bit of not a debate, but like, you know, have your own opinion on things without it being unravelled. Bloody crazy. But anyway, I've accepted responsibility for that. I have took accountability. I know I was being a dickhead a little bit. But yeah, I'm feeling much better. Hence why I've started this vlog, and it's just a full vlog of me chatting pure shit. I'm going to park for about half an hour. But any footage is better than no footage. That's how I see it. So you might think this is a dead boring vlog because I've literally drove all the way in my car and done nothing but talk crap. But at least I've done some filming, which was on my to-do list for this week. So cheers to that. Anyway, I have just rocked up at Revival. I am going filming the podcast. So I'm going to wrap it up here and I'll catch up with you all next week. So thanks for listening, guys.